John Bolton, what did you make of the president's remarks last night about fraud, about the Democrats trying to steal the election, about stopping the vote?
Well, I thought it was disgraceful for the president to behave that way. Any candidate wants to prevail, and he's certainly entitled to advocate his own case. But what's not permissible is for a president who's supposed to be upholding the idea of integrity and adherence to the rule of law in the United States, basically to attack his opponents in that way. And it's to set up a con job really on his own supporters to convince them that they're being cheated out of his election when no election has been determined yet. He just makes this up. This is unfortunately something he does all the time. He creates what he wants the world to be and then invites you to live in it. That's what he was doing earlier today.
You used to be the White House National Security Advisor. If you were in that role today, how concerned would you be about outbreaks of violence when an eventual election result is announced?
I wouldn't be that worried about it. I think there are extremists on both sides. You can have demonstrations at the drop of a hat in this country. But in terms of anything of any size or duration, I really think that's not something we need to worry about, barring some unexpected new development. We have a fairly rigorous process here to resolve contested elections. I spent 31 days in Florida during the 2000 election when Al Gore challenged Bush's win there. We can do this. We'll get through it. It takes longer than we would wish, but people need to take a deep breath, calm down, be patient.
You worked inside the Trump White House. You've written a book about how chaotic it was, how irrational the president is. You're also a lifelong Republican. What do you think it says about America at the moment that about half your country had 4 years of Trump and they feel like, you know what, he's the answer. Give us another 4 years of that guy.
Well, I think this is a basic problem for the Democrats as much as for Republicans. I think many people voted for Trump out of fear of what they saw from the Democratic left wing, tearing down statues of important American historical figures, having nothing to do with the issue of slavery, trying to burn the federal courthouse in Portland, Oregon, calling for the defunding of the police, the Green New Deal, Medicare for all. There's a range of very extreme proposals made by the Democratic left that Joe Biden never really denied. And I think it's as much fear of that agenda that drove this election as anything else.
Having known Donald Trump up close and personal, if Joe Biden is elected president, how do you think Donald Trump will behave both in the immediate short term and during the next 4 years?
Well, he won't leave graciously. That would be against his long pattern of behavior. And I think everybody has to be on the alert for abuses of power in an effort to stay in the White House. And I think it's important. It's a character test for Republicans, really, to make sure that doesn't happen. I think if Trump, in fact, does lose and leaves the White House, the Republican Party has to have a very serious conversation about the nature of the party going forward and the principles that we agree on. My view is that we need to cut this albatross off from around our neck as soon as possible. I don't say that it will be easy, and I'm sure Trump will not be silent, but I think it's very important for us to do.
John Bolton, thank you.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.